listen to me. I'm a big dummy, big dummy.
Welcome back. Welcome back
to the
big house.
big house.
Hello, and welcome back to the big house. I'm your host, Tate. How you guys doing? It's been a minute. It has been a minute. I got a new camera. I got new facial hair, as you can see. Let me know what you think of it. I mean, I don't know. I think I look pretty charming, pretty handsome. I don't know. Maybe you think it's just a dirty Sanchez, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This is our first video podcast. I recorded the last one with my father, Troy, as you know, if you guys listened. It was a pretty good one. I was also a little tipsy. We had celebrated that night. So I had quite a bit to drink that night. I also was drinking wine while we were doing the podcast. It was a good time though. It was good. Yeah, it's been a minute. I got a new camera. The quality looks pretty nice, I think. I think it's a 4K camera. Yep, says it right there, right on it. So it's been a minute. I missed the past couple weeks. I had a lot going on, There's all kinds of different events. I was also being a little lazy, if I'm being honest, but I don't know. I just didn't have any really drive to do the podcast, which is, not what a podcaster should do. But that's besides the point. No one cares about that. You guys just want podcasts, You just want something to put on while you're, cleaning your room or cleaning your house, and while you're cooking, driving. You just want to hear my sweet, voluptuous voice. But yeah, so we're back. How have you guys been? I hope you guys have all been doing well. I've been doing good. I've been doing decent. Yeah, I've been staying away from the internet as much as I can, which is funny I say that because I also just am constantly on YouTube. I need to kind of limit my time on there a little bit more. I just get trapped in the shorts, dude. My attention span, it's getting all of us. I know you guys can agree with me. It's just way too addicting, and I just need to... I always catch myself every time I'm doing it. I'm like, what am I doing? I need to go do something else. But I don't know. The better weather, now that's starting to warm up a little bit, will definitely help with that. Get me outside and everything, but not that I haven't been outside either. It's not like I'm a couch potato or anything. I've been going to the gym quite a bit, shooting some hoops. I'll tell you what, I've been shooting quite a bit of hoops. I've been trying to go every day. There's obviously times where I can't go in, or if it's like my rest day, I won't go in. But yeah, I love shooting hoops, dude. Ball is life. Okay, ball is life. I'm getting pretty good, man. I'm telling you. I think I would play a lot better than Illinois did against UConn on that final game. That was a rough one. I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm still a little sore from it. The 1 year I actually started watching them because they're doing amazing. And the magic lamp couldn't pull through, man. I don't know if I've mentioned this previously or not because it's been a minute, but I bought a magic lamp. It's a Illinois lamp. It's literally just a lamp with like a little... It's just like a... I don't even know where it's at. I think it might have gotten thrown away, honestly, which rightfully so, because that last game was just pitiful. But, yeah, UConn just blew us out, man. It was bad. But the magic lamp, before I get off topic here, I ended up I went to a antique shop with one of my buddies, and I found a lamp there, and I was like, you know what? Taylor really loves Illinois. My brother, Taylor, the one I live with, he loves Illinois. And I figured I would buy it for him, and I just kind of it was just going to be a gift, and then I was like, I told him, I was like, you have to have this on every time they play. It's going to give them good luck. And it did. Every time, every game that we had it on, we didn't lose. Except for one. There was only one game, and it was against Purdue. And that game we didn't have it on because I was traveling for work or something, and he also was either working or sleeping or something, and we didn't have the lamp on, and we ended up losing that game. But we did end up winning our Big Ten tournament, which was big. Um, it got us. We kept the ball rolling once it got to the NCAA tournament. Um, yeah, and then who did we beat first? Who was the first team? I can't even remember. Oh, it was Morehead State. We ended up winning that game, and then we beat Duquesne after that because Duquesne beat BYU somehow, and then that was an easy game. Honestly, Duquesne just could not keep up with us. I'm pretty sure we blew them out too. And then we beat Iowa State, which was a tough game, dude. We fought hard for that one. But, yeah, and then it was UConn. And our team just, we couldn't make anything work. Our greatest player, Terrence Shannon Jr., I think only had 2 points at halftime. 2 points. A guy that averages 30 points a game in college ball had 2 points the first half. It was the two highest scoring teams in the league. It was like 20, I think it was tied 23-23 at halftime. That's pretty insane, honestly. But anyway, enough of that. But yeah, the Magic Lamp, that was the first game we lost. Magic Lamp couldn't pull through for us. But it's still a Magic Lamp. I mean, that was just on them, dude. That was not on the Magic Lamp, okay? I'm telling you right now. It was not the lamp's fault. The lamp stays true. Alright? But, oh, boy. So, yeah, recently, let's see, what was it, was it Saturday? No, it was Monday. Monday was the solar eclipse. Total solar eclipse. First one in however many years. It's been a while, I think. Yeah, I drove over to my other brother Tanner's house. Tanner and his wife Brooke. We I drove over to their house in Carbondale, which is 3-hour drive from where I'm at, and because I guess over there it was like 100%, which it was, by the way. Once the moon completely covered the sun, I had my little special special glasses, and it was pretty cool. I mean, dude, the glasses were literally just pitch black. Like you could not see anything until you look at the sun, and then you just see a yellow dot. But yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. I know you're not supposed to look directly at it, but you know, I'm not the only one that snuck some peeks. I had to take a look. It was amazing. It was so cool. Which I saw. I don't know if it was a total solar eclipse or what it was. I remember in high school we had one, and we actually got out of class to go outside to go look at it. And I can't remember who it was, but I just remember there was a kid back in high school when it happened, where we were sitting there looking at it, and everyone was like, there was a couple kids that just didn't even bother with the glasses. They're just sitting there staring at it. And there was teachers, reprimanding us for that and everything, but there was a kid who had his glasses on, but his lenses were all torn out, so they're just sitting there, and he was just sitting there looking at it. I look over at him, and he's just sitting there frying his eyeballs. It was so funny, dude. They're all just, the lenses are just all torn out of the glasses, just hanging there next to him. He's just sitting there. I don't know. It's just funny, but yeah, the solar eclipse was awesome. I I took a couple, quick little peeks at it, and it was amazing. Honestly, it looked really cool. It was just a giant sun ring with a dark middle. It was awesome. Um, and it got really dark really fast, and then it also got really bright really fast. I didn't think it was gonna get as dark as it was, but it did. It got super dark. Like it started. So it started to dim once the moon started like fully covering it, and it didn't get like really dark until like once the moon reached totality. Like once it fully covered it, which it didn't fully cover it, but once it reached like directly in the middle of it, um, it was like, which actually I don't know, maybe it did fully cover it, but like you just saw the moon and the light coming like bending around the moon. Maybe that's what it looked like. I don't know. It's under my impression that the sun is like way bigger than the moon, which it is. It's not an impression, it is. So I just figured I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dumb, but I'm pretty sure the moon didn't cover it completely. I'm pretty sure there was still a ring around it. But like I said, that could have just been the sun rays bending around it. But yeah. So um, it didn't get super dark until like literally, even if it had just a sliver of the sun showing, like it was still pretty bright outside. And then as it slowly creeped over, it just immediately just super dark, and it was awesome. And there was there was actually a worm. So I was out on the back patio. Everyone in my brother's neighborhood too was outside, sitting there looking at it too, and you could hear like some of the neighbors like, "Wow, oh my, wow," and it was, which it was. I mean, it was a wow moment. I was just sitting there smiling, just looking at it. I was like, "Wow, life's pretty cool." But yeah, there was a worm that was sitting there crawling on the concrete, and it was a pretty nice day that day too. It was very sunny. It was honestly perfect. Like I thought it was gonna be cloudy, but it really wasn't. Like it was pretty clear sky, honestly, and there was a worm that was crawling on the like little concrete pavement next to us, and or next to me. It was just me. My brother was at work, and sister-in-law was at work too. So it was just me and their little doggo. I had the doggo outside with us, and he started to freak out because, I mean, rightfully so. He doesn't know what's going on. He's a little guy. I don't know what kind of breed that dog is. It's like a greyhound mixed with something, but he's tiny, like super small, super skinny, and he's adorable. But yeah, it was just me and Edgar. We were sitting out there, and I had to take him back inside because he was freaking out. But um, back to the worm. There was this worm just crawling on the pavement, uh, and it was pretty hot out too. It was probably 70 something. Um, the worm sat there crawling, inching away, and then as soon as it reached totality, he just curled up, and I'm pretty sure it killed him. I think he died. I thought he was just gonna like, I don't know. He was probably just like, he's like, whoa, dude, it's freaking nighttime already. It's time to go to bed. He's like, that was fast, or something. I don't know, but he ended up curling up, and he turned into like a little U, and he's just sitting there. And then once the moon passed and it started to brighten up again, uh, I was waiting for him to start moving again, but he was just sitting there. And I was like, wow. So in case you guys were wondering, the solar eclipse kills worms. So do with that information what you will. But I thought it was pretty funny. Not funny that the worm died, but I also don't really care. It's just a worm. I mean, there's millions of those things. It's also kind of weird that you can chop a worm in half, or at least an earthworm anyway. I don't know about the other worms. But if you chop an earthworm in half, that thing turns into two worms. I don't know if you guys know this. It's probably common knowledge, but it's still pretty mind blowing to me. Same with like a starfish. Like if you cut an arm off of a starfish, that starfish will grow the arm back, but also the arm will grow an entire new starfish. I don't know how that works, but it does. So, um, so yeah, Solar Eclipse was awesome. I don't know what you guys saw of it or if you got to see it, but it was pretty cool. And a lot of people are hating on the solar eclipse, and I don't really understand the hate behind it because I mean it's not a once in a lifetime experience, but like it's super rare. It doesn't happen very often, and it's pretty cool too. So I don't know why. I actually ended up watching the championship game, UConn versus Purdue. UConn ends up winning, by the way, which I was really rooting for Purdue because I just don't like UConn, especially the coach. The coach very much upsets me. Dude, he literally, dude, he gets way too riled up, which I get it. It's, you're a coach for a team that you're really wanting to win. It's fine to get riled up every now and again, but the way he does it, I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if it's the way he looks or what it is, but I do not like that guy. And dude, he just stands on the court all the time. Like I'm pretty sure the coaches are not supposed to be on the court, you know, especially when the ball is in play. Like no one's supposed to be on the court besides the players and the refs, right? But he'll just sit there and inch in and just like start like he'll take a couple steps onto the court while the ball's in play. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Like get off of the court. But whatever. Um, yeah, he also there's he literally pushed one of his players. Like it was UConn's possession, and the dude was sitting there with the ball. I mean, they had a pretty heavy lead. They had like I think they were up like 15 or 17 or something like that. But there was like four or five, maybe 6 minutes left. I don't know. The game was like it was about to end, and UConn had the possession, and he literally steps onto the court and pushes his player to go like to get him to do something because they were just kind of like playing time for whatever reason, which I don't necessarily think that was a bad decision on their end either. But also, I mean, you still have time. Like Purdue still had time to come back, like if they really locked in, you know. So obviously he's wanting them to like, keep the pace going, keep the aggression. So he steps on and pushes his player. I'm like, what? I don't think I've ever seen that before. And yeah, I was just waiting for him to get ejected, honestly, because he was getting way too riled up. He was just talking mad smack to the refs and everything, and they didn't do nothing, dude. All they did was whenever he stepped on to the court and pushed his player, they just gave the possession to Purdue, which rightfully so. But I think they should have, I think that's an ejectable offense, especially after he's been, talking so much crap the whole game. But I don't know. Refs are paid off these days, and I'm starting to believe that is true. Because I don't know where we are getting these refs, but I don't know if it's just me or if I just haven't been watching ball lately. But it seems like these refs are, I mean, anyone can do it these days. Apparently, so many late calls, so many just like bad shit, crazy calls. It's like whatever. But yep. Where was I going with that? What did I even bring that up for? I can't remember. It was the UConn Purdue game. That's what I was talking about. But there was something that happened that day or something. I can't remember. What did I bring that up for? Maybe it'll come back to me. I don't know. We'll just keep moving. Yeah, so in also recent news, I've decided that I'm going to be joining the Air Force, or the Air Guard, rather. I don't know. I still haven't weighed my options yet. I don't know if I want. I think I might want to be active for a little bit just to, go explore the world, and I don't know. I think it'll be good for me. Get away from America for a while. That is if I get deployed, out of America, which I think is very likely. I'd just like to go, travel the world. Not just for that either, but there's just a bunch of pros to it. I just have nothing to worry about except for, my job in the Air Force and also um, just working on myself, working out, getting my body in great shape, getting my mental in great shape. Like, I just think it'll be good for me. And they pay for colleges. Uh, I mean, I don't know how much of the college they pay for, but I think it's a pretty decent amount. And lately, I've been thinking that there's probably some classes that I would like to take. Um, mostly, I've been thinking like music engineering or maybe some like graphic design or like an animation class, something like that. I think that would be fun. I don't know, just something to broaden my expertise. But because as of right now, I am an expert at nothing. I'm pretty much a dumbass kid, but a dumbass grown kid is what I am, I guess. But yeah, I would like to not be as much of a dumbass. I mean, I say that, but I know I'm not like, I'm not like bottom of the barrel dumbass. Like we've all know those guys. Like they just can't even formulate sentences or like have any like comprehensible thoughts. It's like we all know those people. I'm not one of those guys, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But so yeah, I think I'm going to be joining the Air Force. And right now I'm still in the process of going through that. There's just a bunch of right now it's just paperwork and trying to get me, signed up to go take my ASVAB and the physical and everything to see if I even qualify. So we'll see how that goes. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Like if I don't qualify for whatever reason, then it's whatever. Then it's just not for me, right? That's just God giving me a sign. Um, but yeah, I've also started to become a little more religious lately. Like I know I say a lot of bad words, and that but I mean generally I would say that I'm a good person. I don't really have any malintent towards, you know, people or. I wouldn't say I do anything terrible. Like I'm not. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Um, for the most part. I mean, I'm not a bad person. I wouldn't say. I don't really break any rules or like I just kind of exist. I just kind of do my thing. All I really do is I'm a consumer at heart. Honestly, that's why I get so stuck in Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. Cause I just sit there and be lazy. Or I play a lot of video games, probably too much. But it's fun to hang out with buddies. Play some video games with your buddies. But yeah. Where was I going with that? I don't know. I'm a consumer at heart. That's all I know. I would say I'm a pretty decent person. I wouldn't say that I'm a waste of space, but I don't know. There's so many people on the planet that do way better stuff than I do. Way smarter than me. Like predicting like when the solar eclipse is going to happen. How do you even figure that out? First of all, like what kind of mathematical genius do you have to be to know that stuff? Like I guarantee you, if I were to even look at the equation on paper that they do to try to figure that shit out, I'd probably shit right in my pants. I would like it would confuse me so bad to the point where my bowels are just releasing. But yeah, I don't know. Let's just keep it moving. I got something else here written here. Also in recent news. Uh so we had a Kendrick Lamar feature on the new Metro Future album, right? For all you hip hop rap heads out there. Um Kendrick Lamar started taking some shots. He did, starting some beef out there. It was kind of out of nowhere, to be honest. But he took some shots at J. Cole and Drake, specifically a line from J. Cole and Drake's song. It's Drake's songs featuring J. Cole. Um, I don't remember what the song is called, but it's like the biggest of what? Biggest of what? Big of the Super Bowl. It's that song, you know. Um, J. Cole had a line on there talking about how who's the greatest of all time or something like it's the big three. Um, he says something like, "Is it Aubrey, K. Dot, or me? We started, or we're the big three, like we started a league or something like that." K. Dot is Kendrick, Aubrey is Drake, me is J. Cole. So, uh, which honestly kind of upset that Lil Wayne's not even in the conversation there. I mean, we're just gonna pretend that Lil Wayne's not better than all of them. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's kind of hard to compare them to because their styles are different. But what is my camera doing here? Focus up. There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many other people that are just not even mentioned. Like, I mean, Kanye is not even mentioned. I'm not really the biggest fan of Travis Scott, but also that dude puts up numbers like big time. Travis Scott's not even mentioned. Like, I don't know. Personally, I think I'm more of a J. Cole fan over Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Like, out of the three, it goes J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. And it's Kendrick and Cole are pretty close because I mean, I like Kendrick too. But, um, I don't know. I just find myself listening to J. Cole way more. But, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of hate going around in the rap scene. And I don't really get it as much, honestly. I don't think that I don't know why people hate so much on Cole, honestly. I don't I mean I just don't get it. I don't get the hate, the slander on music in general. Like, obviously J. Cole has a pretty big following, Kendrick has a pretty big following. Like, people like different things. Why do you have to downplay other people's, music and stuff like that? Which is funny I say this because I know that my buddy Carson's gonna be listening to this and he's gonna mention that I shit on Drake quite a bit. I do. Um, but that's because he starts it, dude. If he's listening, he knows what I'm talking about. He's always trying to like wrestle some feathers with me, dude. So he gets me. He brings it out of me. But I don't necessarily hate Drake. I think he has some. I think he's got some good songs. I just don't like his new music as much. I like his older music a lot better. Back when he first started. But and even then I wouldn't say that I wasn't like a huge Drake fan. Like, he has undeniable talent. Especially back then. He just some amazing songs. But yeah, so then J. Cole ended up coming back with a diss in his new album, Might Delete Later, which I've only listened to a couple times. I haven't really dived super deep into it yet. From the surface, I listened to every song so far, but you can't just listen to it once when a rap album comes out. You have to, sometimes it takes a couple more listens before you start because you'll miss things the first time around. Um, so it takes a couple listens. I still haven't dived super deep into it yet, but uh, his last song, 7 Minute Drill, um, started firing back at Kendrick. Personally, in my opinion, I thought it was a pretty good diss track. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, a lot of people agree. A lot of people disagree. Um, I think it's mostly the Kendrick fans that disagree. But I mean, for the most part. He didn't. It's called 7 Minute Drill because he wrote it in 7 minutes, and it was more of just like a like, come on, dude, you know, because Kendrick Cole likes Kendrick, like he respects him, he's a fan of him, he likes his music. That's why he considered him in the big three, like he brought him up for a reason, like we're on top, But yeah, I don't really get it honestly. But then he ended up at one of his live shows, um, addressed the situation, talking about how he didn't really like that he even made the song, which a lot of people were shitting on him for, because he made a diss track and then he was backing up on it, which, like, I get it. Like, it's from a spectacle point of view, not the greatest look to come out with a diss track where you're going in on him and then, a couple days or a week later, then you're, backtracking on it. But the way he explained it and the way he held himself, I thought was genuine. And I thought, it was respectful. And, like, he's basically just saying that, he doesn't really care about any of this, like, rap beef, thing that hip hop has kind of, it's kind of like a dead thing. Like, I don't know. I just think it's getting old, Like, it's just, I don't know. It is getting kind of old. Everyone's always dissing each other. It's like, can't we just, like, focus on our own music and then put the focus towards the focus that we're putting towards putting each other down? Why can't we put it into our own craft and make something even better, Like, that energy is kind of being wasted on putting others down. And I think that's how he kind of looks at it, so that's kind of why he doesn't feel like it was really the right decision to even make that song, which I personally 100% agree. But I get it too. Like, obviously, it's fun. Like, having beef between, disses and all that between some of your favorite artists is, it's kind of fun. It is. But I also agree with what he's saying, where it's like, it's just not like, especially when it's someone that he actually does respect. Like, if it was just some new and upcoming artist that's sitting there talking shit, like, that's a completely different story. But because then it's a pride thing. Then it's, you're defending your own. But I don't know. I don't know. He just didn't. He was saying that he didn't even really want to make it. He was just getting a lot of pressure from, like, all of his friends and everyone. Like, his phone was blowing up after it came out and all this and all that. So he felt pressured to do it, and he just didn't even really want to, which you could kind of tell in the song. Like, if you listen to it, it's like he didn't put a lot of energy into it. He wrote it in 7 minutes, Like, he didn't really. I don't know. And he used some lines from, like, Nas and Jay-Z. Like, he took some of their lines, which is also, like, that's an interesting thing to do. Because I think the lines that he took from were also, like specific verses where Jay-Z and Nas were, like, dissing someone else. So it was kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. It was just a weird thing altogether. I'm sure Drake will fire back. I'm sure he'll, because there's plenty of money to be made. Maybe he won't though, because it is kind of a weird thing now. Like, Cole kind of made it a weird thing now. He did kind of make it weird, but I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing though. I don't think that, like, just spend your time making better music instead, But so yeah. There's that. The J. Cole Kendrick Lamar beef. Now I got some more intriguing topics here. I have recently found out that wombats. If you don't know what a wombat is, it's like a little furry little critter. It's like a kind of like a big hamster. Um, Wombats actually poop cubes. They poop literal cubes. Something in their digestive tract or whatever, the way it like hardens and like the way it like shifts around or whatever, basically forms their poop into cubes, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Uh, I wish I had poop cubes. I don't know if it would feel good pooping them out, but if I was the only person that could poop cubes, I feel like I could make some money off of that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Could you imagine being famous for pooping cubes? What would that life even look like? Everywhere you go, dude, take a shit, and everyone's got their like phones out recording, like, come on, dude, do it for me, please. I'll pay you for it. But yeah, so wombats they poop cubes, and then they pick them up and take them to their territory, and kind of just place them around to attract mates, and I think that's even cooler. I mean, that's pretty gangster, dude. You're literally shitting and then decorating your home with it to get some wombat puss. Like, that's kind of insane. I don't know. I I I mean, respect. Nothing else to say about that. Moving on, we got what I have recently found out also is that there was a headless chicken by the name of Mike. He was titled Mike the Headless Chicken. Back in what was it? Let's see here. Let me go back to my sources here. Mike the Headless Chicken. I think it was back in the 1940s. Let's see here. Yeah, Mike the Headless Chicken was born in April 1945, and he died March 17th, 1947. He lived for 18 months with no head. And you might be asking yourself, how does a chicken with no head survive for 18 months? Like, how does he eat? How does he walk around, whatever? Well, it is common knowledge that a chicken with no head can run around and survive for a little bit. Uh, I don't know how that works, but it does. Um, but for 18 months is kind of insane. For over a year and a year and a half, this chicken survived without a head. How does that even make sense? Well, I'll tell you right now. Turns out that he did not die because there was a blood clot that stopped it from bleeding. I don't even know how. Like, I can understand how the body survives. Because like it can still breathe and like its heart's pumping and everything, but like it doesn't have any thoughts. So is it really alive, or is it just kind of existing? That's kind of, I don't know. It's pretty weird. But basically, it says here that he fed Mike by dripping water and liquid food into its esophagus with a dropper and removed mucus from its throat with a syringe. Which is pretty fucked up, if you ask me. I mean, how do you just look at that thing and be like, yep, I'm doing a good thing here. I'm keeping this thing alive. Which is, I also I don't know. Like, how does this even come about? Like, you cut the chicken's head off to eat it, right? Like, it's an easy kill. Cut its head off, then, it falls down, after it's running around doing headless chicken things. and then it eventually plops down and dies, and then you skin it and eat it, right? So this dude must have cut its head off, waited for it to die, and it just didn't die. So then he just decided, wait a minute, let's see how long we can keep this going. Like let's just see how long this headless chicken can survive. And in my mind, it's pretty fucked up that he decided to feed it and everything to try to keep it alive as long as possible. And it was for monetary gain too, by the way, because he did have like shows and stuff for it. Like he would sell tickets for like $2.50 or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty horrendous, honestly. But yeah, there you have it. And, Mike the Headless Chicken. That was a thing that happened. So the more you know. Let's see what else we got here. What else is in the news? Oh, O.J. Simpson died today. Died at age 76 to cancer. I don't have much to say about this. I mean, I thought he died a long time ago, to be honest with you. Until, I think it was a year or two ago, then I found out he was, he didn't die. He was just, and I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if he went to prison. Didn't he get away? Didn't he get off with it? Because he had really good lawyers or something? Because that dude definitely murdered his wife. No? Am I wrong? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know nothing about it. But let's just say glove did not fit and bucket has been kicked, right? So that was really dumb. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for putting you guys through that. In other news, we have a double cicada brood in 2024. Now you may be asking, Tate, what is a brood? The answer is I have no idea. I really don't, because I thought that it was like a group of cicada, which it may be. I don't know if that's you have like a band of gorillas or a flock of birds. I figured, got a brood of cicadas. I think that's what that means. I don't know. I tried figuring it out and I could not. Supposedly I think it's like a species of cicada. So there's a brood 19 and brood 8, which I don't know if that's also just the occurrence of which the cicadas come out, and they call that it's like the Super Bowl, it's like you got brood 24 coming out, I don't know. But what's also pretty strange to me is that they only come every 13 to 17 years. And I was curious. I was like, where the hell do they go? They just go extinct and then just just poof back into existence? No, they don't do that. They end up burying themselves for 13 to 17 years in the ground for some reason. They're just in the ground. God knows what they're doing down there. Supposedly they're tunneling and feeding and everything. And every 13 to 17 years they come back out, they reemerge, and they mate. That's why they come out. They come out to basically reproduce. So yeah, this is the first double cicada brood. We got brood 19 and brood 8, which I believe is 2 different species. No idea. The first double brood since 1804, I think is what it said. Let me double check that here. I believe it's since 1804. 1803. Oh, sorry for that. That was probably really loud in your guys' ears. Hopefully you guys blessed me. If you did, thank you. Yeah, first double brood of cicadas coming this year since 1803, which is that's a really long time. Yeah, I think cicadas are pretty dumb, and I don't know how they keep surviving, honestly, because I kill every single one that I see. Because they're so easy to kill, dude. They literally just like they might be the dumbest bug that has ever existed. They literally, you walk outside, there's like 15 or I mean, there's millions of these things. So you walk outside, and there'll be just an absolute butt ton of them sitting there, just not. Most of them are upside down on their back, just hanging out. Like you think they're dead, and then you go to like touch them to see if they're dead, and then they start like just freaking out and like I don't know, dude. They're weird. Don't like them. I kill them every single time. I just stomp on them. But yeah, I don't. I mean, like, aren't they really bad for us too? Like, don't they absolutely destroy fields? Like, destroy crops? Like, I mean, I think I'm doing my civil duty by killing every single one, and I think you guys should too, honestly. We gotta rise above these cicadas. I mean, there's trillions of them. Apparently, it's the biggest, like the largest amount of cicadas ever this year. Which I'm pretty sure they say this every single year. Not every year, but like every time the cicadas come out, they're always like, "Oh, it's the biggest one so far." Which probably because we're not doing anything about it. We're just letting them do their thing, and then they go and bury in the ground for however long, and then they just come out and start fugging. Like I don't get it. What is their purpose? I don't think they have one. I really don't, cause they pretty much just like they just hang out. They just come out and they just hang out. Like they own the world. Like you guys didn't do nothing for the election. You guys didn't vote for the past 4 or 5 elections. You guys are just sitting there, just underground, doing who knows what. Probably building the tunnels under New York right now. That's probably what they're doing. The Jews are working with the cicadas, is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. What are they doing though? What are the Jews doing underneath New York? It's under New York, isn't it? I don't think I'm getting that wrong. You know how they found out about that, by the way? In case you guys didn't know, there's massive tunneling going on underneath New York by a bunch of Jews for some reason. And no one knows why. I don't know how we don't know why. Hopefully it's been stopped by now. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it. Or at least not necessarily stopped. Like I don't think they have any malintent behind tunneling, but you never know, you know? What are they up to? Why is it secretive? Why is there secretive tunneling going on? It's starting to rain pretty hard out there. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's always nice. I like a good rainy day. I do like sunny days though. I wish it would stop. I wish it would start getting sunnier. Um so yeah, I think the Jews are working with the cicadas to um I don't know, collapse society as we know it. Not actually. In case, this clip gets cut for whatever reason in the future. Not that it's going to, because I'm pretty much a nobody. But if it does, and I end up, somehow becoming famous in the future, and they're like, "Oh, dude, fucking cut back to when he said this," it's a joke, all right? Which is so dumb that I even have to do that these days. But also, AI is gonna be coming out anyway, so it's not even gonna matter. Like, there's gonna be so many fake videos out there that are just absolutely destroying people. I don't know. It's an interesting future we've got ahead of us. But the best we can do is hope and, try to take the best steps we can to make it a good future, for our kids, for the youth. Because as of right now, it's pretty terrible. But I have hope. I have hope for humankind. I think that humans are usually pretty good at turning around. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. This election coming up is gonna be it's gonna be a doozy. It is. I don't want to get into politics, but I think both of our supposed candidates. I mean, we can't find somebody that's not a grandpa. Like, why are we letting grandpas run the country? I don't know. I don't know. There's never anyone good. Apparently, they're all bad. Everyone always has something that they're doing wrong, which, I mean, we're humans. Like, I don't understand how we constantly forget the fact that our president is still a human being. He's not going to do everything right. Now, that doesn't also give them leeway to do terrible things. Like, when they do terrible things, obviously that needs to be called out. But when it's constant propaganda and slander on a human being, that kind of changes a person a little bit. Like, they're not going to start being as nice or as cool as they once were. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I don't want to get into it anymore. I hate talking about politics, as does everyone else. But yet everyone always indulges in it. Because it is important. It is important, but I don't know. But dude, people just need to quit being so harsh all the time. For no reason, too. It's like, it's literally just for money. Like, just to get outraged, to get people to click on your shit and listen to what you have to say. And it's usually bullshit or just a dumbass opinion. Like, I don't know. Whatever. But, I forgot to mention that there's not going to be a guest today. So if you guys made it this long with no guest, good for you guys. I hope you're enjoying this. I try hard. I try hard to, make some form of entertainment for you guys. And it's definitely easier having someone to converse with, to kind of bounce thoughts off of. Because it's way harder doing this by yourself. I have no input, I'm just talking to a camera right now. But yeah. I think I'm probably going to make some more food. Because I stayed up way too late last night. I got off of the video games with my buddies at like 10 o'clock. Or like 10:30 or something like that. Because I planned on going to bed earlier tonight. So I like to give myself around an hour or two to, wind down and go to bed. And then that way I can get up a little bit earlier. Because my sleep schedule has been pretty terrible lately. I've been staying up till like 3 or 4 in the morning. Which is fine every now and again, but it's like all I've been doing. And I would like to at least experience the morning time a little bit more. Because it's nice to make some coffee and go out on the balcony and just kind of, feel the nice, cool weather in the morning with a warm cup of coffee. I mean, that's always nice. And it gives me more time in the day because I sleep my days away. And then it's just like, then I wake up and it's already 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Like last night, I tried to go to bed and I just couldn't. And I was just sitting there, like, with my mind just thinking dumb shit. Because I just couldn't sleep, so my mind's just going all over the place. And, so then I was just like, you know what, dude, screw it. I'm just gonna, stay up until I fall asleep. So I turned on the TV, started watching some more YouTube. Ate a mango last night. I don't know why I craved it, but I did. I have some mangoes. I love mangoes, by the way. But last night I was just like, you know what? Let's go test out this mango. Because the first mango I had, which I'm not very experienced with, like, buying fresh mangoes. The only time my buddy Kavan actually introduced me to them, and I absolutely love them. They're by far my favorite fruit, which is weird because I don't buy them very often. So the first time I bought them was actually a couple months ago, and I only bought one just because I didn't know, I was just testing it out, and I didn't wait for it to. I didn't realize that you have to wait for it to become soft. Like you have to wait for it to be super ripe, and it was not ripe. And I cut into it and took out the pit and everything and tried to eat it, and it was super tart, super sour, no good, super hard too, unedible in my opinion. So yeah, then I talked with him a little bit, and he told me that I have to wait for it to ripen and get super soft, and then that is when it's in prime condition to cut open and eat. And so I bought two more about a week and a half ago, and they've just been sitting out. And then I put them in the fridge like 2 days ago, so that way they could get. I mean, they felt soft enough, so I was like, all right, let's put them in the fridge, get them cold, because cold mango is the way to go. And so cut it open, ate it up last night, and it was delicious. I still think it needs to be a little bit riper. It was still a little, like the pit had way too much, like still stuck to it. So I think I need to wait a little bit longer for them to ripen up a little bit more. But it was delicious. Still tasted amazing. Absolutely love them, dude. I don't think there's even a fruit that comes even close to as good as a mango. Like the flavor is just so good. And it's like a nice little goopy, like, it's just so good. Super juicy. It definitely made me feel refreshed. And then, what was I watching last night? Oh, I was watching a lot of Pat God. I started watching him a lot because my buddy Tyler, Tyler, he's been on 2 different episodes now. Me and him watched some Pat God recently. He's pretty funny. He's basically a roaster. That's what he's known for. He's like a freestyler roaster. He also makes some like he makes a lot of diss tracks and stuff too. He's definitely, he's a little vulgar, a little inappropriate, but his videos are hilarious because you can't really feel bad for some of these people because a lot of these people bring it on themselves. Like they push him over the edge, That's kind of his shtick. Like I don't know. He'll act, but it's just, dude, I don't even know how to explain what he does, but his videos are so funny, dude. They are so funny. But yeah, I was watching a lot of Pat God last night, and that's what made me spiral where I could not sleep. I watched too many of those, and then it hit like 12:30, and then I tried going to bed, and I just couldn't. So then I gave it like 40 minutes where I could not sleep, and then I just got back on it and started watching more. So, yep, that's pretty much what happened last night. So then I woke up I also had chips and salsa too. Chips and salsa and mangoes last night. That's what my diet looks like right now. 3 a.m. mangoes and chips and salsa, Honestly sounds like a snack of champions, but yeah, I think we're pretty much gonna end it there. We're at about an hour here, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think of the fun facts that I had today. Let me know if you guys missed me. I missed you guys. I did, and just comment something. Let me hear what you guys think. It's always nice to get a little bit of feedback. For some reason too, my past couple videos, the comments were turned off for some reason. I didn't set it that way, so I don't know why they were. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have the good rest of your day. I think I'm probably gonna release this today. I don't know. I might wait till Sunday. We'll see. I feel like I need to catch up now, because I was off for so long. So I might do a couple more. We'll see. If you don't hear this on Thursday, then I'll release it on Sunday. So if you're hearing this on Sunday, happy Sunday. I hope you guys went to church. If not, if you're not religious, that's fine. I get it. There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. It's hard to focus on religion, but I would like to turn your eyes to it a little bit because I do believe that the Christian morals are important. It makes you a better person. It makes you, it just makes you. I don't even know, dude. I'm not the best for this. I just started getting more into it again because I grew up Christian, but like I didn't actually, I didn't really know what I was doing when I was younger. I was just a kid, And then, as time started going, I started to lose my faith more and more. But I don't know. I personally believe that it's kind of foolish to not believe that there's something. There's a higher power or something. Because if you just look at the way the world works, like the solar eclipse, bro, that was insane. That was beautiful. Like, just little things like that. Like, if you just look at the universe as it is, as a whole, and just all these different little, coincidences, like, I don't know. There's just so much to life that is so beautiful, and so much, like, balance in the world that it just feels like there has to be. It's just not by coincidence. It can't be. But, I don't know. If you guys agree with me, good. I'm gonna stop now. Alright, that's enough of that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Mustache Man is out. Peace.